facial, ready?
Probably want to hit record. Nope.
Okay.
Done.
First thing we're going to do is identify branches of the facial nerve. Remember that the facial nerve comes out the stylomastoid foramen. It's going to pierce through the parotid gland. Facial nerve does not innervate the parotid gland. Parotid gland is innervated by glossopharyngeal, but the facial nerve pierces through it to get to innervate the muscles of facial expression. This is the temporal branch of the facial, the zygomatic branch of the facial, buccal branch of the facial, which parallels the parotid duct. This is the parotid gland, this is the parotid duct. Buccal branch of the facial, mandibular branch of the facial, and cervical branch of the facial. So branches of the facial are temporal, zygomatic, buccal, mandibular, cervical, and we're not seeing posterior auricular. They're coming out to innervate all the muscles of facial expression that we just went over, which would be occipital belly of occipitofrontalis, procerus, orbicularis oculi, nasalis, corrugator supercilii, levator labii superioris obliqui nasi, levator labii superioris, zygomaticus minor, zygomaticus major, risorius, buccinator, orbicularis oris, depressor anguli oris, depressor labii inferioris, mentalis, and platysma. So those branches of the facial are all coming out to innervate those muscles of facial expression. They have no sensory component at all. When you're looking at sensory innervation to the face, you're looking at branches of trigeminal. This is the lacrimal branch of the ophthalmic. This is the supraorbital. This is the supratrochlear. This is the infratrochlear. This is the external nasal branch of the anterior ethmoidal. Those are all branches of ophthalmic. Lacrimal, supraorbital, supratrochlear, infratrochlear, external nasal branch of the anterior ethmoidal. Then the maxillary is going to pick up with infraorbital, zygomaticofacial, zygomaticotemporal. Then we have the branches of mandibular, which are going to be auriculotemporal, which is heading up here in front of the ear. Watch out between auriculotemporal and temporal branch of the facial. They're close to each other, but they're not the same nerve. Auriculotemporal, facial branch, temporal branch of the facial. So branches of mandibular are going to be auriculotemporal. Way deep in here is going to be the buccal branch of trigeminal. And then piercing out through the mental foramen will be the mental branch of, piercing coming out through here will be the mental nerve. So branches of mandibular will be mental, buccal, and auriculotemporal, innervating the face, the actual skin on the face itself.